Alright, quick update on Luna. So, it seems like we're still showing extreme weakness in the market. No surprise there for Luna. From our most recent swing high down to swing low, you can literally see we are getting absolutely battered and stuck underneath the 236, which is the first Fibonacci, which basically does show that at this moment in time there is extreme weakness in the market. Now, there's a couple of things to talk about. Number one, the volume is relatively stagnant, and I do believe that because of this stagnating volume, we are just going to slowly trickle to the downside. I would also like to highlight on the lower time frames, like the 4 hour, we're starting to kind of move up and have what I call a bunny hill. If you're new to the channel, first of all, warm welcome. If you're an OG to the channel, you know that I talk about these bunny hills, and what these are where our momentum indicator of choice, which is the squeeze bomb, starts to push up in a bullish phase, and this correlates to the price action having a rounded top and getting rejected from the 4 hourly EMA ribbons. It happens time after time after time again. All we're doing here is looking at the squeeze bomb flips on the 4 hourly time frame, and we're looking at how these correlate to the price action over on the Luna chart and up down here. And as you can see, basically every single time, bar this one massive wick, but looking at it, you can actually see that the wick from this rounding top over here was higher. So every single time we've had one of these bunny hills, and I am going to make a video specifically about these later because these are such a powerful indicator. You can see, you know, once again, top, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and at this moment in time we're putting in another lower high. So keeping it super simple in the lower time frames, it really does not look like, you know, there is any bullish momentum whatsoever over on Luna. There is no bullish volume coming in whatsoever. In fact, if we look at this, you can just see this is completely flat. This cryptocurrency screams death, and in my opinion, this is going to zero. And I've said this many, many times, you know, we're capitulating below the 786 at this point in time. We've already capitulated below the start of the mint price. Or we haven't capitulated down to the start of the mint price, rather, we've capitulated below the 786 Fibonacci from the swing low of the mint price to the swing high up here on the 4 hourly time frame. So it seems very black and white, and once again, you know, if you are a Luna fan and you are new to the channel, first of all, warm welcomes. I don't say this to be negative or anything. I say this because my channel operates on a no BS, no hype, no hopium, and that is reflected by my channel's content. If you look at my channel, you can see, you know, there is no clickbait, there is no BS. I'm not trying to you know, fudge you out of your bags. If I was, then I would have put a clickbait title and made it seem like a scary emergency. I look at these charts as robotically and mathematically as I can, leaving my emotions at the door, and I'm telling you, this shitcoin Ponzi scheme is going to zero. Luna Classic is going to zero. You know, USDT, you know, their Tether coin, not their Tether coin, their Terra coin. All of it is going to zero. Dogecoin is probably going to prison, and subsequently this is going down at least back down to its mint price, meaning that this is going to drop all the way down to 97 cent, which would represent a 52% drop from where we are at this moment in time. So if I, you know, for example, we are coming up to the 236 at this moment in time. I do see us emming out. I just made a video on Luna Classic as well, and I'm noticing a lot of similarities. The whole market structure is just so emmish. I mean, I'm just doing some like basic drawings over here, but you can just see there is a plethora of M's after M's after M's, and this M M's out into another M, and this M M's out into another M. And then this M, you know, once again, this big old M here is M'ing out. You've got another M coming down here. Then we're just falling off the table, have a slight move up to the 236, and once again, we are forming another M. Every single time we do this, we get absolutely battered. And the 13 EMA is dropping like an absolute rock now. This is going to intersect with the 4 hourly EMAs probably in the next 2 days or so. So if you had to ask me when are we going to see the next major capitulation for Luna, it's going to be within the next 48 hours. This does not mean that we can't move back up to the EMA ribbons. This could even mean we could do something like this, going up to 235 before we do have that next leg to the downside. But I really wouldn't be betting on moves to the upside. I'd be focused on waiting for that confirmed breakdown of this M pattern. I'd be waiting for that mass capitulation supported by a volume confirmed breakdown, and that is when I would plan on shorting Luna, not to 0 but to 97 cent, because yes, I do recognize, you know, it's not just going to go straight down to zero. This is going to have bounces. People still believe in this project. Most of the trust is lost, but there is a small subset of people that for some reason are still gambling with this, even though it's down 99.9999%. So I really do wish you the best of luck if you are trading this, but you know, once again, this channel operates on a no BS, no hype policy. I say it how it is. I'm a straight shooter. I don't like to sugarcoat things, and this garbage Ponzi scheme is going to zero. So definitely take that into consideration. If you are trading it, you know, do your own thing. For the love of God, though, make sure you have some proper asset classes. Make sure you're holding some fiat to buy the dips on these cryptos. Make sure you're holding the large majority of your cryptocurrency portfolio in Bitcoin, because as you can see, you know, these cryptocurrencies like Luna Classic, they're going down, you know, 99.999% against Bitcoin. You would have just been better buying Bitcoin and waiting for these to massively capitulate anyway. So that being said, I'm just sharing my thoughts. This is my trading plan. Obviously, do what you want. But yeah, let's keep an eye on this. I'll keep you updated when we do head down to the next price target. But 97 cent is on the table. Best of luck if you're trading this. As always, not financial advice. Cowboy out. Peace.